As we go through our lives, many of us will ask the question, is this the best that I will ever be? Have I peaked? Am I at the prime of my life? With all the reflection that ends up happening, we may not ever come up with a satisfying answer. Perhaps the reason for this is that there may not truly be a definitive peak in our lives, after which point everything starts to go downhill. In order to dive deeper, let's revisit what it means to be in your prime. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, being in your prime means to be in your best, most successful, or most productive stage. To many, your prime may be the stage when you have the most energy or vitality. To others, it may be when you've gained the most experience or wisdom. Essentially, the definition of one's prime varies from individual to individual. I would be remiss if I did not remind you of success stories later in life, like Colonel Sanders, who franchised KFC at 62. Henry Ford, who created the Model T car at 45, or Samuel L. Jackson, who had a variety of bit parts but only really broke out at 46 with Pulp Fiction. A lot of stress that 20-somethings experience is partially due to their idea that they need to have everything figured out in their 20s because it's the apparent prime of their lives. This can actually be a pretty limiting belief because the best years of your life are never truly behind you, but exist on a spectrum that varies over the course of your lifetime. Let's look at a couple of illustrations from the BBC about the surges in overall life satisfaction and knowledge. This image shows that even though we believe that the peaks of joy we experience in our youth are as good as it gets, the reality is that there is an incredible surge in life satisfaction and happiness well into one's 70s. One of the common points of comparison tends to be professional athletes who tend to be at their very best in their 20s and end up declining or retiring into their 30s. The intense peaks of success and performance that they experience will be something that many of us will never come close to, but that shouldn't be an issue. In fact, fitness and athleticism is a lifelong journey that doesn't have to require sudden bursts of energy and enviable levels of strength. Take for example sports such as golf, or the rise of pickleball, or martial arts like Tai Chi that remain incredibly popular even as one ages. From a cognitive standpoint, as we age, it's shown that our memory and creativity decline steadily past our 20s. At first glance, this might be alarming. However, a psychological study published in Sage Journals found that cognitive abilities peak at different times for different individuals. Skills such as comprehension, arithmetic, and reasoning continue to improve well into our middle age. The point here is that our mental abilities rise and fall throughout our lifetimes, and there is no clear tipping point after which everything universally goes downhill. My takeaway from this is that even though many of us might be on an eternal quest to drink from the fountain of youth out of fear of getting old.
There it is, boys, the fountain of youth, just like I told you.
There actually are a few lifestyle approaches that help prolong our physical abilities and mental sharpness. Strength and cardiovascular training in particular not only ensures longer physical fitness and fights a range of age-related diseases, dystrophy, and degeneration. And even though neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to learn and adapt, slows down in later years, you can continue to learn and make new connections. It's only when you stop using your brain that decline begins to set in, much like how the body will begin to wither without any physical exercise. We obviously can't stop the flow of time and its effect on us. But by acknowledging that life has its journey filled with highs and lows, we can continue to challenge ourselves and may just gain the perspective we need to move forward in a happy and healthy fashion. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more cool videos just like this. I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.